patterns, scheduled, batch, kind of a real time, and all those capabilities. So I'm pretty certain, I'm 100% sure, for all your requirements, anticipations, expectations, I think this content will be able to take care of all of those. And having said that, I've been speaking a lot. I have taken a lot of time. I will give that to all of you now. If you have anything, any question, I would be very happy to answer that, right now. Or if you have something later on as well, you can reach us out, and we as a team would be very happy to assist you and guide you across in those uh, questions, confusions, and concerns. So, opening the floor for you. I've stopped sharing and over to you folks now. If you have anything, please feel free to ask it out.
Hi, this is Avinash.
Yes, Avinash.
I have a couple of questions. You have to bear with me.
Absolutely. No worries.
So yeah, a couple of years back, I I tried to create an account for this platform.boomi.com with
Mhm.
my office user ID credentials that in, but that got expired mostly. Now I think it's more like mostly 30 days validity will be there, right? After that, that environment would be expired and we can't do any hands-on.
Correct.
So if we sign up for this course, will there be any sandbox kind of environment where until the last day of the course where we can go there and do practicals or some kind of POCs or mini projects out there without any expiration? So
Correct.
would you provide any such kind of environment for the practice?
Right. And that's a very valid question, Avinash. And very true. It used to happen earlier. You can go and create a trial account with any of your even Gmail account and kind of things. But now this is not happening. They're expecting a Boomi, not a Boomi, but a business account basically. So yes, we will take care of that. We will create those accounts for you. You have some of your accounts as well from your corporate or business accounts, but we will, from our side as well, we'll take care of that. We'll create accounts for you where you can go back and practice and do all the hands-on, and until you're associated, and post that as well, for a certain period of time. You should be able to take care of that and make use of that for sure. So we will handle and we'll take care of that.
Sure. Okay. So the next question is regarding the certification. Okay. So
Can
I
you
mean,
speak a little louder? I mean, it's little.
okay. So what I was asking is, it's about certification. Okay.
Mhm.
So until like up to what level this training would help us to get certified in Boomi? So that's what my question is.
Okay. So, see, I have given trainings around typically focusing on certification, like where the agenda was just to build those capabilities where people are able to clear those certifications. But I would say this particular content, although it will cover up everything for you, whatever is there in the course content or whatever is there in the certifications, but uh, from this content, we will revolve more around the uh, current project landscapes requirements, or your specific requirements, or from the perspective where people are experienced already, like all of you are experienced and have been in the integration space. So we will be doing integrations from those perspectives, a little uh, more deeper dive into those. But having said that, there will be nothing which will be left out from a basic walkthrough perspective, from a certification perspective. Everything will be covered. And I mean, in terms of content, because we will dive down into every, like every shape available, every feature of Boomi, every capability of Boomi, advanced development as well. So we'll dive down into everything, how data moves and everything. There would be nothing left from that perspective. But yeah, if you come across anything specific at any point of time, again, you can brought that up in any interactions, sessions, or to me separately as well, and I will be happy to dive across deeper into it if there is something you're stuck with. But again, so to answer you, we will dive more into the implementations or from a perspective where you folks are experienced. But the having said that, we'll cover every basic as well, and for the folks who are new as well. So from the basic to the advanced, everything will be taken care of. Everything will walk across. So you will get everything you need for a certification. That I can say.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. That's all.
All right. Um, Anyone else? Satya, Soumya, Hussain, Rajiv, any anything you guys have?
Um, for me, it would be, generally initially, during initial period of my experience, they would generally ask questions related to, the configuration and everything. But with experience, the
Mhm.
question changes. Like, let's say if you're doing a pub sub, they would, I mean, the interviewers generally ask questions like,
Right.
why choosing to do that?
Correct.
So if we could also get an overview, because it's a cloud and it's quite different from what we do on premise,
Right.
uh, bit of overview, like why we doing it. uh,
Right.
that's very helpful in terms of cracking the interview.
Correct. So if you, I'll see. I'll check with my team if they can share the content with you. That will give you a good understanding of what all we'll go across. But I have mentioned about event streams in the content, and that is something where we'll typically get deeper dive into all different design patterns or different capabilities we have, like simple atom queues, point to point queues, publish and subscribe model, which you just mentioned. So all those capabilities, and I understand this is just one kind of an example which you're just quoting from a more experienced or interview interactions perspective. But yeah, that is like one side of it where we'll get more deeper dive into it from those perspective. But as we have all the other services as well, which we have taken care into the content side, and we'll go across. So from each side of it, we'll get into every detail. We'll get into every uh, core set of it. So like when we get into API side of it, we'll get into different aspects of it. We'll talk about all the things over there. When we get into EDI side, we'll talk about all the things from an EDI integrations perspective, like all trading partners, AS2, and all those activities. So when we move into typical model, we'll cover up everything. To your case, like pub sub models, point to point queue models, producer consumer processes, listener processes, simple consumer processes, everything of that we'll walk across in event streams and maybe somewhere earlier also. But event streams, when we get there, everything will be taken care over there.
I mean, my point was, because on-premise and cloud is a bit different, so we might do things a bit differently in cloud.
Right.
For instance, recently I was asked about, do we need a downtime, which I didn't know, because mostly I've worked on on-premise integrations. So things like that,
Yes.
which are a bit different when compared to the on-premise integrations.
I completely get your point, and I have made a note of it. So when we talk more about the admin perspectives, we will cover up all those perspectives over there. When we'll talk about different executable space we have and how they can incorporate all these factors or questions for us, like regarding downtime, or from that perspective, like what all things you have in hand when you're on premise, or what all things you have when you're on the cloud. So what are the differences? What all things you have to consider in mind? Maybe what are the little less negative side of it, and all those capabilities. And we'll cover up all those things in that particular module. I'll take a note of it.
Good, thank you.
Does that answers, Soumya?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Anything else from anyone? Again, I will be happy to answer.
Yeah, Manoj, for the ongoing sessions, would you please also include the licensing and costing parts as well? If you can put some lights on that, that will be helpful to us.
We can touch base in the ongoing sessions as well, but I think it will definitely come in the admin session, where we'll talk about the how the licensing concept work. I might not get into the actual figures, because that varies, from customer to customer and different other factors. But we'll gain an understanding there how licensing logic works, and what are the scenarios where there are certain misconceptions around licensing. We feel that this is gonna work this way and not this way. But yeah, we'll get to the core of licensing in the admin module, or in the admin session. And all of these sessions are something which we can shuffle here and there based on requirements, so nothing like of a hard line anywhere.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Great. All right. I can see a few folks dropping out already, and I understand we are over time. But Hussein, do you have any question, any doubt? I would be happy to help you across. If not right now as well, later as well, you can reach out to us, and we'll be happy to help or guide you in any of those perspectives. Anything you have in mind, just feel free.
The JavaScript is required.
Not able to hear you, Hussein.
Okay. So JavaScript.
Okay. I can see, so you're saying you're on JavaScript, but you have to rephrase that again.
So JavaScript is required for 10%.
Okay, so it's not like a hard requirement for any. It's not a hard requirement to be in the Boomi space, but it's like there are certain times when you have a requirement which is fairly easily doable through any scripting language, be it Java or be it Groovy, rather than doing it through different shapes you have, different component features you have. And although I personally tend to use more of the inbuilt capabilities and the features, because I believe that that gives you more control around the debug when you're doing it. But I still, because there are times when there are certain errors which occurs, and with the shapes you have more control on to understand how your data is moving from one shape to another and all that. But still, having said that, I have definitely myself also landed across scenarios where doing that through a script is fairly easy rather than doing through certain shapes and all that. So again, to answer you, it's not a hard requirement, but it's good to gain a working understanding around JavaScript or any scripting, because that helps at times to get things done fairly quickly and easy. But again, no hard requirement. It's good to have a working knowledge of it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right, we are 10 minutes over time. I have tried to cover up, the aspects of how Boomi is benefiting us in today's landscape, what all features it has given, what all services we have, what all things we have on the, on the canvas. and what all we're going to cover in our content, which I just gave you a walkthrough. If you have any questions later on as well, please feel free to reach us out, and we'll be happy to help you in whatever way you're expecting, in terms of content or anything like that. Please feel free to reach us out, and otherwise, anyways, we'll have interaction in tomorrow's session as well. But yeah, for anything, reach us out, and thank you again for taking time out for this session on a kind of an early morning scenario, and coming up with questions, and having your voices to share your experience as well. It was great to interact and have this session. Um, if we don't have anything else, I think I'll close the session, and we'll meet up tomorrow, same time. All right. Soumya, do you have anything? Sorry.
No, just said all good. Yeah.
Sorry.
I just said all good.
Oh, okay. Great. All right then. Take care. Have a good rest of your day, and see you tomorrow. And again, reach us out if you have any thoughts or any confusions or anything, and we'll happy to take you across on those resolutions. So take care. Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah,
you.
thanks, man. Thanks.